may be the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life.
Alright guys, if you have not heard already, I am looking for people to work with me. I'm looking for people to help me continue to make the Fantasy Flock Network grow at a rapid pace. And we had a ton of people reaching out to us during the fantasy football season on the main fantasy channel, asking how there would be a way that they could get involved, if they could make videos, if they could edit videos, if they could make graphics, if they could do research, really if they could do anything to get involved with the Flock Network. And I was saying, no guys, I am sorry. I mean, I'm making 5 videos a day. I am live streaming every night. I really don't have time to be working with someone else to try to get a system set up where we can improve the quality of the videos. Well, now it's the off season, so all hands on deck. We are going to be working on this together, as we are the Flock and we are in this together. So if you have any idea on how you could get involved, how you could improve the quality of the videos, whether or not that's making graphics, that's editing the videos, possibly coming on and recording a few yourself, I would love to hear from you on Instagram, Twitter, email, however you want to get to me. I'll leave them all on the screen. And also, we've already had a good amount of people reaching out to us wanting to edit our videos, thinking that they can improve something to them. So hopefully this video that you're watching right now is edited in a way that we have not seen before, that possibly could be a little bit better. I'm not going to know that for sure, so it may be the normal format. But if that's the case, please let me know in the comment section below what you think of this video, as it will help me out a ton going forward. All right, well, that's enough. Let's get into the video. And this video is going to be about creating more trading partners and just getting more trades done. And this question was asked through Discord. I'm sure that all of y'all are already in our Discord chat. But anyway, I saw this here and I thought it was a fantastic idea to really go through. And I'm just going to break down how I think you can get more trades done this offseason in your Dynasty Fantasy Football Leagues. If y'all don't know, I've been playing in a ton of Dynasty Leagues since 2014. At least 10 leagues every single year. So I'll be completely honest. I used to be one of those very annoying guys. I mean, back in high school, back in 2014, 2015, I was just sitting there as nerdy as can be and sending about 50 trade offers a day. I mean, I was DMing every single person in every single league, trying to get deals done. And that's how I was able to create a few juggernauts, just because I was able to take advantage. I know not everybody is going to have that kind of time on their hands. Not everyone is just a kid in high school wanting to play Dynasty Fantasy Football. Well, now I don't really have the opportunity to go out there and do that, as I am graduating from the university this semester. So I am working so much on the channels and that at the same time. So I've had to kind of transition my trading game to fitting a lot more what most people do. And that's, I have a limited amount of time to play on these Dynasty Leagues. But when I do have that time, I want to be getting deals done. I want to be setting my teams up for success. So let me just go through and talk about how I've been able to transition as a Dynasty trader. And the first thing that you have to do when we're discussing trades is you have to make sure that your league has a group chat. And not necessarily just a group chat on the fantasy platform, whether or not you're playing on Sleeper, myfantasyleague.com, wherever you are playing Dynasty, that group chat is not enough. You need to have a GroupMe, you need to have a Discord. All our Flock, Patreon, Dynasty Leagues are on Discord just because it's so convenient and everybody's already there chatting anyway. But the reason you need that is you need to be able to directly message the guy that you were trying to trade with. That way you can go through and negotiate and figure out exactly what your trading partner needs and exactly what he's interested in. Because the number one fault of most people is not necessarily taking into consideration that the guy you're trading with, he has a completely different set of values. I mean, there are some players on his roster that you may look at as secondary pieces in the deal that he is just way higher on than you. So there's no real reason to include those players in the trade. And you're never going to find that out unless you're able to create that dialogue with him on the side. So how I go through and how I send out offers now is I am always going to be the guy to send the first offer. Before I even approach someone, what I will do is I'll go, okay, you know what? This is going to be a perfect example. Lately, I've been trying to sell Cam Akers in a few Dynasty Leagues just because I have him in almost half of them and I want to cash out for a profit. So in the Flock 4, I did just sell Cam Akers And what I did to go about this is I sent an offer to about 4 or 5 teams in the league where offers made sense to go. And a little bit of context in this league, just so y'all understand where I'm coming at from a trade perspective. I just won the league, so we have the rookie pick 112, and we have a very competitive, I don't want to say juggernaut team, but I mean, we are looking to repeat and go back to back. So we want some points in 2021 and not necessarily those long-term assets at a premium. So I approached a team that was rebuilding and I went, hey man, I'm interested in Joe Mixon or Mike Evans for Cam Akers, but obviously I'm going to need something more than both of those players for Cam Akers. And I know Akers isn't worth both of them combined. So let's try to work something out. Let's try to balance this deal any way we can. And then we get that dialogue back. I mean, we get asked back, hey man, can you add your first and second round rookie pick? So can you add the rookie pick 112 and the 212 to Cam Akers to get this deal done? And what you go is you go, you know what? No, I cannot, but I will look and see if I can find something that would even that out. So you already have a great structure of a trade going down where you have exactly what your league mate wants, and he has already initiated that he is willing to move the pieces that you are interested in. So then I go, hey man, I'll send an official offer. Can you just let me know the 5 players on my team that you would be looking to trade for and the 5 players on your own? And even if he doesn't give you 5, I mean, that doesn't matter. If he gives you 2 or 3, you at least have a decent idea of pieces that you can include in the trade. So then he comes back and he goes, you know what? Some other players I'd be looking to move considering I'm a rebuilding roster. So I'd be fine moving Devin Singletary, Ronald Jones, Mike Gesicki, and a lot of other players in that tier. And this is a best ball league at the same time. So I'm looking at my team and I'm going, you know what? If you're willing to throw in Singletary, Ronald Jones, Mike Gesicki, to Joe Mixon and Mike Evans, and I'll send you out Cam Akers and my first and second round pick, that's an offer I'll do. I'll send that official offer out. And this is the biggest thing that I've learned in Dynasty Fantasy Football is when you get someone asking, hey, can you just throw in a late third, late fourth? I know generally we are always very quick to say, yeah, let's throw in the late fourth, late third, just get the deal done. But if the owner is willing to do the deal with a late fourth, generally they are just sitting there and going, okay, I'll take this. Let me see if I can get anything on top. So my message back is always, you know what, man? I mean, this is my best offer. We can go through and we can try to reconstruct it, but I want it centered around this, and I'm not just going to be adding anything to my side. And yeah, that's how you get a deal done in Dynasty Fantasy Football. And obviously, it's a little bit nerve-wracking to send that initial offer because you are worried that you're not going to be able to get all the value that you could. But when we're trading, we're not necessarily trying to completely demolish our league mate. We're not trying to just completely take all value off his roster and hand him a very fat L. No, you're trying to make a deal that works for both teams, and this is how you do it. Secondly, I kind of look around and I do send out some initial offers to some teams, and you have to make sure they're fair, because the worst thing that you ever get in Dynasty is the notification on your phone. It goes, oh, you got a trade offer. You open it up and it's like Cam Akers for Saquon Barkley and a first round pick. And then you just go, what that, why did you waste my time? Why did you get me excited about this? And that means you are most likely not going to be talking to them. You're most likely not going to be negotiating with them. At least that's how I view it now. So send out that first offer. Don't make it an insulting offer just because you're going to end the conversation there. And when you send that offer, not only should you be sending a message in the league chat, letting everyone know what player you are looking to move, but you need to DM that owner after you sent it and say, hey man, I sent you a trade. Go check it out. Let me know what you think, and let me know if there's anything we can do to change it to get this done. Let me know if y'all have any other tips that you use yourself. Generally, I think this is the best way you can construct a conversation. Just be very to the point and say, hey man, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking to give up. Can you give me any other guys on your roster that you'd be looking to trade, and we can even out the value on both sides to make something work? Because if you can get that structure down at the very beginning, and then at the very end, you have those pieces, those little value judgments that you can add to each side just to balance the equation. I mean, this is the way that you can get a Dynasty Fantasy Football trade done almost every single time. But I hope this video helped. Maybe it's a little bit random. But yeah, let me know if y'all want more videos like this, more just Dynasty discussions rather than me focusing in on players and my thoughts on them. I've just been playing Dynasty for a very long time, so I think maybe there are some things that I can just try to not necessarily completely fix in people's Dynasty games, but just give them an idea on how I operate and how you may be able to take some pieces of what I do and improve your own Dynasty fantasy football game with it. But yeah, thank you guys. I really hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, go down there, drop that like, leave a comment letting me know how you trade in Dynasty fantasy football and what you find having a success with. And yeah, I'll see y'all with the video tomorrow.